What's up? I'm Winston from Parkway Drive. This is my Lego collection. This is a review for Heavy Mag.
Beautiful, mate. Thanks for sharing your
Ah,
thoughts with us. I feel so privileged.
yeah.
How's life, brother?
Yeah, good, good. Definitely can't complain at this point in time. We've got big things going on. It's really cool.
You know, mate. And speaking of big things, one of those is that Parkway Drive are amongst 5 nominees at this year's APRA Music Awards for the most performed hard rock heavy metal category, which is also a brand new addition to the annual awards, mate. So, firstly, just being nominated to represent Australian heavy metal must be a great feeling and a huge honor.
Yeah, man, it's sick. It's awesome that they've added that category as well. Like, I mean, awards are humbling in general. I'm really stoked that it's just like for more recognition for our scene and community, full stop. Because right now it just seems like it's honestly bigger than it's ever been. And the more that we can do to push that forwards and make people recognize it is the better for it. Like for us to get an award, sweet. I'm stoked the award exists and that it's with a bunch of really, really cool bands. So that's sick.
Going off topic a little bit, actually, mate. Like you mentioned, the fact that Australian music is getting bigger. Like you guys are in a position where you're playing all around the world. So is that groundswell something that you can feel overseas? Like are people talking more about
Oh
it,
yeah,
not just
yeah,
in
yeah,
Australia?
man, yeah. In terms of like in just heavy music, like from Australia, it's hard to come back home and tell people the perspective that we are seen as. Um, it's quality. Like people see Australia heavy music as quality. Like there's literally this. If it's from Australia, it is good. That's literally what
There's your
people.
slogan. There's your
Yeah,
t-shirt
man,
slogan.
it's so
Australia is
sick. Like,
good.
yeah, yeah, like, it's really really cool. Like the amount of interviews I do where people are just like, "What's in the water over there?" And I'm like, "Well, there's a hell of a lot of water between us and you, and that's kind of where it starts." Like, yeah, you do it because you love it, and that makes for something that's just not done for anything other than passion, which is where the quality comes in. So, yeah, it's cool. It's really good, and it's just getting bigger and better. Like, you watch the bands climbing, just
Yeah.
climbing in general, and yeah, it warms your heart. It's sick.
That's brilliant. So back to the APRAs, mate. Like the other nominees are Polaris, Alpha Wolf, the Amity Affliction, and King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. Like it's some
Dude,
stiff competition there, bro. Like it's going to be hard to
yeah,
hard to see someone get up.
yeah, it's sick. Just full stop. Like, look at that. Like, I mean, it's so rad that we can have such good bands doing such good stuff at this point in time. That's the thing. That's what makes me stoked. Like, yeah, stiff competition, and that's the way it should be. And yeah, when it's like that, there should be an award for it. It's really really cool. Everyone's crushing it right now. Like yeah. I mean, you're talking to someone who is obviously very excited just in general,
Yeah,
but
I've noticed
like,
that, mate.
but it's for good reason. Like you like, there's a lot of really cool stuff going on in Australia with heavy music at the moment. I really think it's just where like this there's a big groundswell that's been building over the years, and right now it seems to be like as high as it's ever been. So
Well,
yeah, all those
basically
deserve it, man.
that groundswell is so big, mate, that it's like good on APRA for doing this, but it's pretty much forced their hand to do it. Like the groundswell for the music has been that strong that they've had to do it, which is
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, that's the way it
Australian.
works. And it shows that like at the base of that, the really cool thing is being involved in a scene where a situation like that comes about because of the community behind it. It's like an engaged scene of people who it's everyone pays attention to everything that's going on. Everyone supports everything. Like not every scene is doing as well as ours at this point in time. Like post COVID, it's been difficult. But I look out there and I see people who still care about this music that is their passion and still support it 110%, and look at where it is now. Like that's the thing. That's it's rad.
Great, isn't it? Makes you proud to be Australian, doesn't it?
Hell yeah. Yeah.
Now, you were mates with all of those bands that have been nominated as well, mate. So, I guess, is it hard in a way to sort of put your game face on and all be up for the same award? Or did the clause come out and the competitive streak comes in with something like this?
I haven't seen any of them since it's been announced, so we'll see. On the night, we'll see how sharp my nails are.
Now, I know you guys are a busy band, mate, but will you be there on the night? Like he's going to take your place
Yeah.
on the red carpet?
Hell yeah, I'm turning up. It's gonna be
Yes.
sick.
Okay, what are you wearing, mate? What are you wearing? Are you going to dress
I'm
yourself?
not sure. I'm not sure, man. I got some ideas, but we'll see how we go. Like I enjoy like looking sharp in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's something that's going to poke your eyes out or it's something that's just like nice lines, either way.
I was thinking about that before because like Heavy's never been invited to this before, but I'm going this year and I'm looking around my wardrobe and I'm going like, can't wear that. Like, I'm just getting out of bed, just throwing on whatever's on the floor, but this time like I might be like, here I might wash my hair and dress up for it.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, I very rarely do music awards, and I like these days I'm kind of taking the chance to do it because it's a really fun thing. Like just hanging out and chatting with people, and every time now that I've been given the opportunity, I'm like, no, I'm gonna put some effort in and do it nice. So we'll see how we go.
Cool. Well, you send me a photo of what you're wearing so I can make sure that.
Yeah. Here's my Motorhead t-shirt that's got the least holes.
I was going to wear that shirt.
Yeah.
So, have you got a speech prepared just in case, mate, or are you sort of going to wing it on the night
I
itself?
wing it. I wing everything. If it happens, it happens. Like I know the people that I want to thank. I always know. I mean, I'm very rarely one that's like tongue-tied.
I've
There's always something to say, and there's always something to think. Yeah, I mean that's what I do. Like at the very least, there's some really nice people who have helped us out, and we have a great community. I always want to say thanks to. So yeah.
Yeah. Good on you, mate. Well, moving away from the APRAs a little bit, you will also be home in September, mate, to kick off your 20th anniversary tour, which starts in Brisbane on September 20th, moves through Sydney, Melbourne, Adelaide, and Perth, mate. So let that digest for a minute. 20 years, man. Like, that's a fucking good effort.
They've been digesting it for 20 years. It takes a while. Yeah, man, it's nuts. Like it's really mad. Like I don't know, like it's this strange time warp moment where I really do remember just starting and not doing it for anything other than just like, oh, let's just have some fun with this thing. Like the idea was never to last. Like we never had bands that went more than like 2 years before doing Parkway. So we never, like, honestly, there's a tape of that we have which we videoed on our first tour of going, what are you doing in 5 years time? And everyone said the band was going to be done.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, so to do 20 years of it and still have it growing is so, it's nuts, but at the same point in time, like you look back at the entire thing and like when we first started doing it, I'm like, man, 300 people at a gig was like the wildest thing you've ever seen, and now we sold out entertainment centers in 48 hours.
Hey, brother.
So that's like, it really is like, Jesus Christ, it's still going up. Yeah, man, it's cool.
No, along those lines, I guess, bro, like when we first started, like say you didn't expect to be around that long, but you still would have had to set yourself goals and targets, I guess. But after 20 years and having so much happen that you didn't expect, like, do you still set yourself goals or do you just more take it as it comes?
No, there's definitely goals. That's the thing. And I started doing that like around 10 years in. I had to like go, all right, this isn't just luck. Like you gotta give yourself a little credit for 10 years of practicing your craft.
Yeah.
And that's when it all kind of shifted, and the planning and the goals and everything kind of came in. And it's not something where like you hold on to it for dear life kind of thing. I'm not someone who will, if it all stops tomorrow, I'll be a happy human. That's the thing. But at the same point in time, I said a long time ago, like I see no reason to aim for being like the biggest band on the planet.
Why not?
And it's like it sounds like a ludicrous thing to say, but at the same point in time, when you keep hitting these milestones and there's nothing going backwards, why wouldn't you aim for bigger every single time? Like it's not every time it goes to we hit a new level, it's not something that I want to settle on because the connection that we have with the people within our audience doesn't shrink. Like it doesn't go backwards. And the more people that keep coming in, it's not like people are just connecting with one part of our 20-year catalog. They're connecting with an entire history of this band, which is something that has a very solid foundation. And it continues to grow and it grows exponentially. Like, I mean, the reality of the numbers that we did on our previous headline tour were literally half as much as what we're going to be doing on this tour. And this tour sold 50 times faster than anything we've done before. And I'm just like, well, why wouldn't you? Like, give me a stadium, man. That's me. Like, give me at this point in time, like, why not? And it's the rest of the band kind of have a little giggle when I say it. And then this tour went on sale, and then they were like, oh, okay, maybe we should take this. So like, maybe we shouldn't have a limit on what we're aiming for here. And I've been saying that. I sound like an idiot, but I've been saying it. So let's just go. That's it.
Great, bro. I fully agree with you too, mate. Like, if you're not setting goals for yourself, what's like really driving you at your core?
Yeah, that's it. I mean, the reality of it is we're driven in the goal of wanting to continue the creation. Like at the base of all this is the art of the music. And every time we write a record, it's like we put everything we have into it. And for a few weeks, we're like, oh my God, I can't imagine writing another song again. And then all of a sudden the well is full, and I'm just like calling up Jeff going, hey man, you want to jam? And he's like, yeah, I kind of want to write some more music. And every time it happens, it all just starts over again, and the evolution continues. And that goes with every other creative endeavor that we have, be it like where we want to play, how we want to do it, how we envisage everything to do with the band. And that just kind of is the organic way that it kind of continues. And at this point in time, none of us have hit a point where we're like, I'm done. No more ideas. It just one idea feeds into 50 more. So it's more like we got to rope more people in to help us create, like fulfill the potential, man. That's it.
Now, speaking of history, mate, and so many albums, so much music that you guys have done, like I think probably one of the hardest parts for you is going to be choosing a set list to make as many people happy as possible. What are you doing? Are you throwing darts to the board? Like how are you doing it?
It's so hard, man.
The struggle is real.
It's so hard. Like I don't know. We're figuring that out at the moment. We're like, it's a big challenge. It's a really big challenge. That's the thing. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. It's we have plans. I mean, I know it's going to be epic no matter what. Like we have some plans in general where we're already like, oh shit, that's going to be a moment. So yeah, it's less dartboards and more sniper rifles. So yeah. I think we're definitely more precise with how we want this to go down. So we'll see.
The press release also makes mention of a brand new production for the tour, mate. So can you elaborate on that, or do you want to keep something in the chamber?
Nah, man, like keep that under the wraps.
Yeah.
Man, you don't want things to be spoiled. You get it like I mean, the thing that's going to happen is after the first show, you're going to have a bunch of people with phone clips going, "Oh my God, this thing happened." But I at least like the idea of there being some theater to it. I mean, it's a moment, man. I want everyone to come in and like not quite know what it's going to be, but be there. If that makes sense. Like, you know how it is. The preview is good, but sometimes you don't want the preview. Sometimes you just want to rock up and feel the twist.
For sure, mate. But one thing I can say is that you guys have always managed to top yourself when it comes to live shows and your theatrics and what you do. So good luck fucking doing it this time, mate.
Trust, it's underway. We know what we're doing. We know what we're doing, and it's good.
It's good.
I'm just gonna say it's good. It's gonna be a really, really cool night. Like in general, I know the moments, and I know what we're trying to do, and I know what that's gonna give to people and give to us, and that's exactly what 20 years is worth.
Fuck yes, brother. And of course, fans aren't just getting Parkway Drive on this tour, mate. You're also taking I Prevail, the Ghost Inside from the US of A, and the Australian Legends Void of Vision for the ride, mate. Like, it's a pretty awesome lineup. Did you handpick it yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
pick everything. With help of the people who we have behind the scenes facilitating all of this. But yeah, we're real stoked on it. We wanted it to just be there's always a spot for an Australian band on a Parkway bill to start with, which is great. Void of Vision have been like, they have a vision to like, as funny as it sounds, like it's in the name, like but right at the end there, I really appreciate the effort those guys have put into their art form, full stop, over the years that have been past. It's been really, really cool. So having them open, it's great. Ghost Inside, really, really great friends of ours, and we've been on a long journey together over the years. So it's really great to have them back. And I Prevail, like I've watched them a bunch of times at festivals over the last couple of years, absolutely murdering it. And the vibe that they bring is so awesome to be able to. I love having a band that go on just before us who can raise that bar to like fever pitch, so you know it's going to just explode when you hit.
And it also keeps you on your toes as well.
Hey,
But it puts you on your toes as well. Like, you know, you got
100%. That's it. Like, I know we operate best when I'm warming up and I watch the band before us, and I'm like, all right, it's 110% tonight, is it? That's what I got to do. So that's
like,
it.
pull these guys off, get them off.
Yeah. No, that's it, man. That's it. It's always something where you're just like, you know, when you got to lift your game, and I love being pushed.
Yes, and I think credit should go out to you guys too, man. Like, because you did assemble that lineup, and to be honest with you, you could have put a backyard band from Sydney on all shows, and you still would have sold out most of them. But you've spent the extra money. You've got the bigger bands coming out to support you, so you're actually delivering a full show to people. You know, like not just doing the basics. You know, like you're going over and above, which is guys.
Cheers. It's like I said, like I want to lift everything up. I want everyone going to these shows to realize how big this can actually be, because we have a bunch, like, you look at Knotfest, you look at Good Things, like there's a bunch of really massive swells in this scene right now that are happening, and it's happening for bands just playing their headlining gigs, but everything right now is at a level that, I mean, the rest of the music industry outside of our culture and subgenre would be damn jealous of right now. And for us to be able to put on an event of us being a band that have like been around through so much of these up and downs and have it be at such a high peak, I'm like, nah, do it right. Give everyone like the best event possible.
And that's your 20-year present to the fans as well.
Yeah, that's it. 100%.
Yeah, last I saw, like, most of the shows were either close to selling out or sold out of it. Have they all sold out yet, or can people still get tickets?
I think there's tickets to possibly Sydney up in the rafters and maybe Adelaide. Like, I'm talking, it was tens last time I checked, because I went on Ticketek and I'm like, what's actually left for these things? I'm like, well, you can bet one over there and you can get two over there. It's not much. We're working on second shows for a couple of the places, but like, it's not going to be across the board. Like, it's not just like everyone gets a second show. Like, it was like, we didn't expect it to go down like this, for real. Like, it's nuts. Like, when this went on sale the same day that Splendor in the Grass like cancelled, and we're like, oh shit. And then we got the ticket sales number back and we're like, we sold out that?
That was your fault that Splendor got cancelled. Everyone's done it for you instead.
so yeah, it really, like, we're really humbled by the response to it, but it was something where it's kind of left us. I never thought I'd be scrambling to pull together second shows for like 10 and 15,000 cap venues. That's just ludicrous. So yeah, if we can get them happening, that's great. And if not, great. If you want to be part of this, like, you're gonna have to grab a ticket, because it's not gonna last. They will be gone.
What's after that for Parkway Drive, bro? You going to be doing international tour, or are you going to start your new album cycle?
Before that, we're actually in Europe for festivals, which is great. So like, we're going to be coming into this Australian tour real hot in terms of like well practiced, which is really good. And then we got a bunch of other stuff after it, but we'll see. Well, like, we've been playing around with new music and stuff like that, and there's definitely going to be new stuff coming from it. I'm not sure in what capacity, but there's definitely new things going. The things that we have cooking sound rad. I just don't know what we're going to do with them yet. That's the thing. And we definitely have, like, we have plans as well. Like, this is, I mean, in the release for this, like, it's been 5 years since we've done a proper headlining run in Australia, and that's due to a lot of shit, but it's not something which we want to continue like that space of time. We want to be here a bunch more. We're very aware that we've been away from Australia a fair chunk, and we're trying to turn our sights back to, like, not only just us touring in Australia, but like continue this momentum up. I don't want to see that pendulum swinging back. I want this to keep going up until it's something that's so undeniable that nothing can knock it down. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'm going to put the pressure on you, bro. Do you reckon you're going to give us a new song as a present on this tour?
I don't think so, actually. Like, you're already like, what are
Hey,
you going to
I'm
do?
demanding, aren't I? I want this and I want this and I want.
Yeah, yeah, that's it. Like, we played around with it. To be fair, we did play around with the idea, and we're like, nah, like there's enough to pick from already, and there's going to be plenty of opportunities like down the line to give people new things. Right now, like, I mean, if people bought tickets, they've already bought tickets, just going, I like what they've already created, so let's give them stuff that we've already created, and then I don't know, next time around, give you something a little bit different.
Be honest, mate. You just haven't got enough darts, have you? That's why you're not
Yeah,
putting.
that's it. That's it.
All right, Winston. Well, thanks very much for your time tonight, mate. Been an absolute pleasure talking with you. Best of luck at the APRAs. Hopefully our outfits don't clash, but we'll catch up and say hello down there.
Yeah, sounds good. Cheers, Kris. Legend.